The Fixer Upper show has long featured Chip and Joanna Gaines as its faces. On reality TV, dreams come true and houses are transformed. Both of these people have become household names thanks to their success in real estate and the show. Aside from the attractive makeovers and flashy lights, though, their story is more personal. Joanna, a cherished mother and co-founder of Magnolia, recently experienced an abrupt shift in her life. In an open farewell shared with millions of followers, Chip Gaines follows Joanna's devastating news. Why did this occur? At this point, what does Fixer Upper mean? What gives reality TV viewers such a rush of adrenaline? We are quite inquisitive, so please let us begin. This is what happens when a popular figure faces intolerable tragedy. In 2022, Fixer Upper co-star Joanna Gaines was hospitalized due to a serious health issue. A lot of people paid attention to this because of her fame. People were worried about her health when word got out that she was in the hospital. She was a beloved public figure recognized for her generosity, inventiveness, and significant role in fashion and culture. People tend to care more about renowned people's private lives, thus things like this mean more to Joanna. Her husband Chip Gaines was the one who felt the pinch the worst during that period. Their bond extends far beyond the joint ventures they've been involved in. Their everyday lives are greatly affected by it. Witnessing the health crisis of someone he cares deeply about must have been really challenging for him. Why was Joanna acting this way? Will she be all right? For Fixer Upper, what does this imply? Numerous inquiries necessitate responses. Let's have a look at it from the very beginning. The life of Chip Gaines. The 14th of November 1974 was the birthplace of Chip Carter Gaines in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His star has been steadily rising in the American theatrical and television industries. Along with his wife Joanna Gaines, he is involved in the entertainment industry as a director, actor, TV personality, contractor, and writer. Their fame and attention have been catapulted by this. Their one-of-a-kind business has revolutionized the home renovation and lifestyle media industries. The acting isn't Chip's only strong suit. The world over, people adore him for his charisma and sincerity in both his professional and personal life. Their 2013 debut on HGTV's Fixer Upper was their first major hit. When Chip and Joanna weren't recognized for their TV show, they were already experts in house renovation. Prior to the creation of the Fixer Upper pilot, 100 homes had previously been renovated. The show's success was due in large part to the couple's reputation as home improvement gurus, which they earned via their extensive experience. Chip and Joanna Gaines are household names thanks to Fixer Upper and their other successful home improvement and lifestyle brands Magnolia. Using the Magnolia name, they've launched numerous enterprises. One such platform is the Magnolia e-commerce site, where the brand's trademark style is meticulously curated. They collaborated with Target to create the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia collection, which expands access to home design items. They have also successfully expanded their brand through the Magnolia Network television station. Shows include Fixer Upper and its offshoots, along with other lifestyle programs. Another publication from Magnolia is the Magnolia Journal, a living magazine. Decor, gardening, food, and family life are some of the topics covered. Chip Gaines has a stellar reputation as both a media figure and an accomplished writer. Two of his self-help books have been critically acclaimed by the Times. In their book, The Magnolia Story, he and Joanna detail their rise from modest town merchants to media tycoons. But how on earth was he able to pull this off? To be fair, he had a tough time getting ahead at times. He resided in Colleyville, Texas, beginning at the age of 8. During his junior and senior years at Grapevine High School, he was a baseball player. His passion for baseball led him to attend Northlake College. The Baylor Bears coach, Mickey Sullivan, noticed his talent there. Moving to Baylor University, though, ended Chip's baseball career. Sullivan retired soon after that. By this moment, Chip had already been kicked off the squad. He persisted in the face of adversity and in 1998 earned a Bachelor of Business Administration degree from Baylor. He got his start in the real estate industry while he was a student at Baylor. There he developed a strong interest in real estate sales. He began this venture in his second year of college after seeing a chance to profit from investing in properties with inflated property values. He and Joanna founded Magnolia Realty in 2003 as a result of their joint efforts in the real estate industry. The happy pair met in 2001, marking the beginning of a wonderful romance and prosperous business partnership. They became fast friends and eventually tied the knot in 2003. Together, they have created something truly special, a family and a brand. Waco, Texas, the city they adore, is where they are bringing up their 5 children. After getting married, the couple put forth a lot of time and effort to grow Chip's house flipping business. Chip excels in home renovations, and Joanna has an innate talent for interior design. When they joined forces, they began to gain notoriety in the Waco, Texas region. Because they made advantage of Joanna's one-of-a-kind interior design abilities in their job, they quickly expanded their firm to include a store. The two had already established themselves as respected real estate renovators in their hometown before their TV fame took off. Up to 30 people were assisting them with various tasks at any one moment. On the other hand, they were prepared for what was ahead, starting up the reality TV program Fixer Upper. During the early 2000s, when Chip and Joanna Gaines first gained fame, the house repair and restoration industry was flourishing in the United States. Reasons for this included shifts in consumer preferences, market trends, and the state of the economy. Homeowners were hesitant to sell their properties in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis as prices plummeted. Rather, they focused on enhancing their present dwellings through renovations and improvements. A typical tactic was to look for methods to increase the worth of one's home without purchasing additional land. Simultaneously, there was a growing movement toward doing DIY projects around the house for enjoyment. The widespread popularity of reality television programs featuring house flipping, interior design challenges, and home makeovers inspired many to do this. At its peak, Extreme Makeover was a major player in the home renovation television industry. Home Edition was a television show that aired from 2003 to 2012 and showed viewers how positive and exciting major life changes can be. One of the most famous shows that capitalized on the rising interest in home renovation was Property Brothers, which debuted on HGTV in 2011. Drew and Jonathan Scott, who are twins, appeared on the show. Together, their expertise in real estate and house renovations enabled them locate, purchase, and transform rundown properties. Around the same time as Fixer Upper premiered in 2013, another major show that helped establish the home improvement movement was Flip or Flop. Tarek and Christina El Moussa's Flip or Flop depicted the fast-paced business of real estate flipping, where the rapid acquisition, renovation, and sale of properties entailed substantial financial risks. When Chip and Joanna Gaines first arrived, an estimated hundreds of billions of dollars were at stake in the American home renovation market. U.S. homeowners would have shelled out $600 billion for renovations and repairs by 2015, according to the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard University. Due to a combination of factors, including an aging home stock and consistent price hikes, had reached about $340 billion. In May 2013, Fixer Upper's pilot episode was broadcast for the first time. For the pair, it was the beginning of a fresh chapter. Bringing new life to rundown or abandoned properties was the show's central premise, and viewers loved it. Before the first complete season premiered in April 2014, fans had already gotten into it. Over the next several years, Fixer Upper's fame skyrocketed. January 2015, December 2015, and November 2016 saw the premiere of new seasons, while November 2017 saw the debut of the 5th and final season. In addition to showcasing Chip and Joanna's talents, the show popularized the farmhouse chic aesthetic, which starting in the late 90s gained significant traction as an interior design trend. Their impact went much beyond television since Fixer Upper changed house styles nationwide. Architectural elements like wainscoting, shiplap, clawfoot tubs, and barn doors were featured frequently on the show, which piqued the interest of homeowners and interior designers. Zillow published a study in 2018 showing that houses with these qualities fetched 30% more than their estimated value. Waco, Texas became a popular tourist destination thanks to the show, drawing in many viewers who were interested in the couple's career. The result was a boost to the regional economy. But wait, there's more. Strengthening and expanding the Magnolia brand. With Magnolia, Chip and Joanna expanded their reach, capitalizing on Fixer Upper's success. They began publishing Magnolia Journal in 2016, a quarterly lifestyle publication with articles covering topics such as gardening, home decor, cooking, and finding inspiration. For those who appreciate the couple's taste and values, the magazine swiftly rose to prominence, gaining a large audience and becoming an indispensable read. The retail arm of Joanna's company saw significant growth after the November 2017 debut of the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia collection at Target. The goal of creating this collection, which includes over 300 things ranging from bedding to lifestyle goods, was to make Joanna's idea accessible and affordable for people all over the United States. Joanna also debuted in an Anthropology exclusive line in 2019, 2 years after the first launch. Rugs and pillows adorned with patterns from throughout the globe made up the set. Brand home decor possibilities were expanded by this. They announced the launch of their new media company in April 2019. Allison Page, who was president of HGTV before joining the new company, joined Chip and Joanna. Their respective roles are chief creative officers. The eventual goal of this endeavor was to launch their own television network, which they dubbed Magnolia Network, and air lifestyle programs that were in line with their values of home, family, and community. Magnolia Press, a coffee shop in Waco, Texas, launched in November 2019. The owners of Magnolia Table and Silos Baking Company were already well known in the community. As part of the Magnolia experience, these establishments became more than simply spots to get decent food and coffee. The Magnolia Network had a soft launch on April 26, 2020. Part of it was a DIY network 4-hour special titled Magnolia Presents Looking Back and Forward. The actual launch of the network was delayed until 2021 due to the COVID-19 epidemic, and filming on Fixer Upper soon started. Another moniker for Chip and Joanna Gaines' Magnolia Network show is Fixer Upper. The hotel the Gaineses have become household names and revolutionized home design and lifestyle. To get the whole picture, though, we must also consider the other half of this formidable duo. Joanna Gaines has had an absolutely fantastic life. On April 19, 1978, Joanna entered this world in Wichita, Kansas. Nan Stevens, her Korean mother, and her American father. Plus Jerry Stevens, a Native American whose family hails from Lebanon and Germany. While Jerry was serving in the U.S. Army in Seoul, South Korea, in 1969, her parents finally met. They began their mixed-race family at this time. Challenges Joanna encountered as a kid of mixed ancestry impacted her development. These issues were already challenging for her because she was one of the few Asian American students at her school. From a young age, in pursuit of a marketing degree, Joanna enrolled at Baylor University. During her time at Baylor, she solidified her career goal of becoming a television journalist. She put in long hours as an intern at Waco's KWTX-TV and KWBU radio to get expertise. Her ambition took her to New York City, where she interned on CBS News host Dan Rather's show 48 Hours during a semester. Joanna gained a wealth of knowledge from this ordeal. She gained valuable experience in the media industry and was able to clarify her career goals in the field of news. Joanna had dreams of becoming a broadcaster, but fate had other plans. They happened to cross paths with Chip Gaines in 2001 after graduating from Baylor University. Although they attended Baylor simultaneously, Chip and Joanna never crossed paths while they were there. Joanna didn't return to Waco and begin working at her father's tire store until where Chip had seen her ads. Chip became interested in her and began to converse with her. Friendship blossomed between them rapidly. They became closer as friends and eventually tied the knot in 2003. Not long after her wedding, Joanna became an integral part of Chip's real estate and house flipping company, where she added her unique flair to each job. Through collaboration, they transformed the company. The practical problem-solving skills of Chip and the impeccable taste and meticulousness of Joanna. Opening Magnolia Market, a little shop in Waco selling home products and decorations, in 2003 was a major step forward for them. Along with documenting their DIY home renovations, Joanna launched a blog. She gained a devoted fan base by blogging about real-life events, offering advice on interior design, and providing glimpses into her family's daily lives. A member of High Noon Entertainment's production team learned about their abilities via this blog. New content and engaging TV show hosts were priorities for High Noon Entertainment. The executive recommended that Chip and Joanna create a sizzle reel, a brief film that could pique networks' interest in a potential TV show. What began as a concept would eventually blossom into the hit show Fixer Upper. In 2013, HGTV debuted Fixer Upper, which is already well known to have made Chip and Joanna famous. The couple's family expanded as news of them spread. The names of their 5 children are Crew, Drake, Ella, Duke, and Emmy. Raising a family was both an honor and a responsibility, and they had to juggle both. In Joanna's opinion, nothing matters more than her family. They guide her decision-making and inspire her to create livable, beautiful spaces. Joanna Gaines has left behind more than just a name for herself. She has left a legacy that celebrates the power of love, belonging, and the ability to turn adversity into opportunity. On the other hand, not everything has been peachy, a position that sparks contention. Their connections to the conservative Antioch Community Church have piqued the public's curiosity due to the church's stance on concerns regarding the LGBTQ community. The church that Pastor Jimmy Seibert oversees is strongly opposed to LGBTQ rights and same-sex marriage. These contentious ideas were expressed by Seibert in a 2016 video discussion with Chip and Joanna. Many people felt strongly about this. The couple's reputation took a major hit after this incident. Given their fame as presenters of the hit show Fixer Upper, this was particularly true. Their diverse stance and the principles they promote through their brand were the subject of heated debates online and amongst fans when they were perceived as endorsing Seibert's beliefs. More and more, our culture is emphasizing diversity and inclusiveness, and associations with these concepts can influence marketing opportunities, financial support, and collaborations. The majority of companies, particularly those operating in industries linked to. The goal of Chip and Joanna's lifestyle and interior design was to make their home welcoming to as many people as possible. People may lose faith in you or cease buying from you if they associate you with these types of attitudes. Their public perception and popularity were both impacted by the couple's response or lack thereof to a query on their stance on LGBTQ rights. During an unrelated occasion in June 2017, after the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency EPA accused Chip and Joanna Gaines of not following federal rules about safely handling lead paint during house renovations, they faced legal and financial implications. Lead exposure can cause serious health problems. The EPA regulations aim to protect workers, homes, and children in particular from these dangers. This is particularly true in younger children. The 2 individuals resolved the matter by consenting to pay a fine of $40,000 and committing to adhere to these regulations going forward. From a corporate perspective, the incident highlighted the need of repair workers adhering to safety protocols. The couple's outlook on life has grown quite optimistic despite all of these challenges. Naturally, many individuals wanted to lend a hand to Joanna whenever she was in a bind. The tragic medical report of Joanna. The Gaines family made headlines in early 2018 when Chip and Joanna announced they were expecting their 5th child. The couple's admirers wasted no time in sharing their joy once the announcement went live on Instagram. However, attentive viewers of the accompanying ultrasound image noted something out of the ordinary amidst the many kind notes. Some have speculated that there might be Anne. The baby's environment is too fluid. The health of the baby became a concern as a result of this. A medical emergency known as hydrops fetalis was considered by some to be the possible cause of the fluid. Serious consequences are frequently associated with this illness, which is characterized by the abnormal accumulation of fluid in 2 or more areas of the fetus's body. The fans have good reason to be concerned as it had the potential to be fatal. In response to this rumor, radiologist Nicole Safier of Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center stated that although there was evidence of increased skin fluid, it was not necessarily indicative of hydrops fetalis. She emphasized that although ultrasounds might produce frightening images, they do not necessarily indicate a life-threatening condition. The Gaines family was already dealing with a significant life transition when this health emergency occurred. Chip and Joanna announced their retirement from Fixer Upper in October 2017, barely a few months prior to the show's 5th season. They prioritized spending time with their families. In addition to their soon-to-be 5th child, Chip and Joanna's 4 children Drake, Ella, Duke, and Emmy K were all developing rapidly. They felt compelled to give their undivided attention to their roles as parents and to fortify their most treasured connections. In numerous interviews, Chip has been forthright about his decision to leave the program, explaining that he and his family were beginning to feel the strain of the hectic pace and high expectations of television production. The pair was cognizant of the fact that their high work rate might lead to exhaustion both at work and at home. They were careful not to let themselves become so preoccupied with work that they neglected the quality time they had with their loved ones. Furthermore, Crew Gaines, their fifth child, was born into good health in June of 2018. Despite initial concerns, he was born safely, and the proud parents shared their joy with their admirers. On social media, Joanna frequently boasts about Crew's accomplishments and the wonderful life they've built as a family of 7. However, many of the family's health issues persisted. Actually, this wonderful news came a full year before Chip Gaines' heart attack in 2017 when he was 43 years old. Having experienced chest problems while on the job, he promptly proceeded to the hospital for surgery. He grew to value self-care and being present for his loved ones above everything else. Obviously, he has made it a priority to lead a heart-healthy lifestyle through his diet and exercise routine. Using his celebrity to raise awareness about the dangers of heart disease and how to recognize its symptoms, he was able to make a full recovery and also began to advocate for heart health. Not only that though, back surgery was necessary for Joanna Gaines in December 2022. On social media she discussed it. A photo of herself laying in a hospital bed, sunglasses on, making the peace sign a powerful symbol of her optimism and strength was posted in her message. The post informed her followers of her hospitalization, which brought up an injury she sustained over 20 years ago. Joanna stated that a severe back injury she sustained while performing a basket toss maneuver in high school was the first cause of her back problems. Her injury set in motion a protracted struggle for spinal health that would require numerous medical treatments throughout the years. In 2001, just before things got messy between Joanna and Chip Gaines, she had her first microdiscectomy. If a herniated disc is pressing on surrounding nerve roots, the surgeon may recommend a microdiscectomy to alleviate the pain. Canceling her second date with Chip was necessary since this process had to happen at the perfect time. The issue from before persists even after her second microdiscectomy in 2022. All of her spinal issues were resolved with this operation. One minimally invasive spine operation is the microdiscectomy. This surgical procedure involves removing tiny bits of the herniated disc, bone or tendon in order to alleviate pressure on the spinal nerves. This alleviates aches and pains considerably. The goal of this approach is to speed up the healing process. This procedure allows patients a quicker recovery time compared to more invasive spine procedures. Even though Joanna's operation was successful, it came at the worst possible moment for her. She was forthright in her message about the hectic pace of the holiday season for her loved ones, managing all that comes with being a mom. She had no idea that her already packed schedule would become even more so during the holidays and her work responsibilities that she would need back surgery. But as usual with Joanna, she handled it with grace and optimism. She expressed gratitude for the opportunity to relax and reflect during a typically hectic time, seeing the forced slowness as a hidden gift. Her message to her followers was to live in the now and find joy no matter what happens. Those who have been through extreme stress would likely identify with Joanna's feelings. Around the holidays, there are usually a lot of requests. Her words served as a gentle reminder to savor the moments of tranquility that arise amidst the mayhem. Despite her reputation for vivacity and strength, Joanna's candor in discussing her injury and subsequent surgery revealed a different side of the famous person.